further ado, can you please put your hands together for Steve Powell?
All right, good evening. I'm going to try to keep my remarks shorter than my introduction, but I appreciate it. That was a lot that they pulled out of the conversation that we had. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. Maybe I can fill in what the video said. The video is really focused on our view and probably what many people share here in terms of what needs to happen in California to reach our goal of net zero. Right? So when we look at it and analyze what has to happen in the state, we believe that 90% of vehicles will be electrified. 90% of homes and buildings will need to be electrified by 2045. Electric load will increase 80 to 100%. We'll have to build 4 times the rate of transmission lines and 10 times the rate of new distribution circuits relative to what we've seen historically. There is a massive amount of work to be done, and that's what you're all here to help with, right? We need innovation, we need support. The pace and scale of what needs to happen is tremendous. And that's exciting, but that's the challenge in front of us, and we have to go faster. So I'm gonna go back and figure out what I was actually gonna say, because I was just filling in for the video. But really, I mentioned the innovation that needs to happen. It's about reimagining our entire energy system and rebuilding it over the next 20 years. So it's daunting, but that creates opportunity. And we lay it out in our Countdown to 2045 paper. We lay it out again in our Reaching Net Zero paper that talks about how we as businesses get to net zero, as well as how we get there as a state, and how we need to rebuild the grid. So as an industry, we need to move faster. For SCE, that means that we have to make changes to what we do and how we do it. So we're thinking about everything from how we deploy our engineers on the system. Historically, our engineers will go look at the system and they'll go solve a wildfire problem, or they'll solve a reliability problem. We need them to look at grids, look at parts of the system and say, how do I solve all these problems at once? And then optimize and streamline so that we have fewer handoffs, so that vendors can go execute faster. We know that we need to make changes at Edison to help make that happen. But we need help outside as well, right? Building infrastructure in California takes far too long. You know, siting, permitting, licensing, new projects, new transmission projects, new clean energy projects. We need policy changes and support to help accelerate that as well. These are all big challenges that require everyone here in this room. It's our policymakers, it's the utilities, it's our suppliers. We all have to come together to really push forward a lot faster than what we've seen so far. Now these challenges, as I talk about the innovation that's needed, bringing diverse thoughts, bringing diverse views from different suppliers is going to be critical. We're not going to come up with all the ideas on our own. We're not, you know, we can do some of it, but more ideas from different places. Our suppliers bring thoughts from other utilities, from other industries, and that's going to be critical for how we actually find a way to move forward. We've had our suppliers help us with modernizing our grid, building out EV infrastructure, making clean energy more accessible to our customers. And our supplier diversity program has been in place, like other utilities probably here, for at least 40 years now. Right. Last year, we spent over $2.25 billion with diverse suppliers, representing about 38% of our total spend. That's a huge amount of work that is bringing additional support, as well as driving the innovation in our business. So a couple of examples I just want to point out, where our diverse suppliers are helping us with everything that we do across the business. So California Forestry and Vegetation Management is a company that helps us in our wildfire mitigation. They provide quality assurance work so that we do our veg management better. Imperial Electric is another one that first contacted us last year, or they got their first contract last year, and now is helping us install EV charger infrastructure across our territory. Finally, Phoenix Enterprises, we've been working with them for 40 years. They help us make them ruggedized, so that all parts of our territory, the electric trucks that are coming. Continuing to expand our supplier base is going to be critical. It's going to be good for our customers. When I think impact of having, it's tremendous. So it creates over 16,000 jobs per year to support in the community. That's $1.3 million in wages. So it's a big impact. There's over $400 million in tax benefit that comes back to the state. So we want to continue to advance our diverse supplier program and continue to increase both the pool a larger number of suppliers, as well as the spend across all of our various areas of the business. So before I close, I do want to add one congratulations as well to you, Scott. You've been dedicated to supplier diversity for SoCalGas and some companies for a long time. You've really helped set a bar and really move things forward. And so you're respected across the utility industry, and it's really great to see you recognized here tonight for all the work that you've done. So congratulations. Finally, I want to come back. Congratulations to everyone else that's going to be picking up these Oscars today. Great to have you all here. Hopefully, I can meet with some of you. And just want to come back to this clean energy future that we're building. It's exciting. The opportunity in front of us to clean the air, to help decarbonize, to lower customers' actual energy costs. Right? We think by 2045, if we do this well, the combined cost for a residential customer of their natural gas, their gasoline, and their electricity actually can go down by up to 40%. So it's a lot of investment that needs to happen of it that makes a much